Hello everyone, it is Pat with Empowering by Design with our daily Oracle card reading and message for the 25th, Wednesday the 25th of January 2012. For today's reading I was calling on the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck to get us through the hump of the week. And obviously the card that came out for today is Kuan Yin, the goddess Kuan Yin with compassion. And the message on the card says, release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Kuan Yin is an Eastern Asian, Hindu goddess of compassion. She's very similar in some ways to the Christian Mother Mary, and in the sense that her energy is about compassion and love and nurturing, and she really has a gentle power to her, and she is about the power in gentleness. And a strong message about this card today is about being compassionate with yourself. And the questions I hear come up is, have you been a little bit too hard on yourself lately about some issue in your life? Where January is a month where we like to start and put in place a lot of new things for the year. Yesterday we got the yoga card, and I got a lot of responses from people saying that they were, getting back to the gym or trying to get back to their yoga. So it was a real confirmation for some people. But this is an urging not to be hard on yourself if you haven't yet endeavored upon, not to be judging of yourself. It's about letting go of guilt, that you may have around things that you've done or not done, being willing to forgive yourself. And part of why that's kind of important and coming up right now, and it has to do with another card that came out along with it, has to do with receptivity. When we hold judgments about ourselves, when our self-talk is kind of harsh, or we have regrets, or when we focus on that, it blocks our ability to receive our good, which is what Hathor comes in with today in her message. She says, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. If we feel guilty about something, we tend to do self-punishing activities, like deprive ourselves of something. And it blocks our receptivity to the higher good that seeks to find its way to us. Okay, so Hathor is coming in there with a message about receptivity. And sometimes we can be more compassionate with other people than we can with ourselves. There are a lot of us who can look at others and look at their circumstances and feel compassion for them, and yet we're not willing to give that compassion to ourselves. Remember that it's what you feed your body through your mind and your heart that makes the important difference. And so Kuan Yin's message is really about, nourishing yourself with, more positive self-talk, and affirming and believing in who you are. It doesn't mean that thinking more positively doesn't mean that you gloss over, or ignore issues that need to be addressed. It just means that you kind of stop this downward spiral of real, negativity that spirals down into resentment and regret and things like that. And you're willing to shift your focus. So, and you can call upon Kuan Yin's energy for help in doing that. She's offering, when these cards come up, her assistance in helping us to be more compassionate. And, on a larger, grander scale, I know last night in the United States we had our State of the Union address by the President, and that always stirs up a lot of different kinds of feelings for people with regard to the government, the situation of the country and the world. So we tend to have a lot of negative feelings that come up towards our leaders. And while some of them may be, seemingly justified, We also still need to express an energy of compassion towards them as a way to help heal any of the injustices or the sometimes blatant untruths that we think they may be extending, or you know, as a way of healing some of the greediness that we seem to see. There's a judgment, so we have to let go of that. And Kuan Yin is about seeing the divine truth within yourself and others. Focus on the love and the light within everyone, that she says, because that is a pathway to healing. And it's a pathway to being open to receive more of your good. So, and a final card that popped out was the goddess Aeracura with blossoming, because there is a real blossoming and unfolding of light and enlightenment and uplifting that's coming in for a lot of people. The blossoming card says that, you know, there's something new and fresh and very beautiful that's coming out of all this. You know, out in the blossoming sort of, and the picture on the card sort of makes this metaphorical reference to the blossoming of a flower, that we are very much in our spiritual growth and unfoldment like the blossoming of a flower. And if you look out in the natural world, there are, you know, flowers that pop up and blossom out of the harshest areas. There are very beautiful flowers and blossoms and herbs that grow out of very disturbed soils and roadsides where there's appears to be around them not some, you know, soil and environments that aren't very fertile, but yet there's something very beautiful that blossoms out of it. And so it's a reminder to not get caught up in the seeming harshness of things that are going on in the world, okay? That's something very beautiful in our consciousness of the world as a whole. There is something very beautiful that's blossoming. And if we focus upon that, by focusing upon the love and light within everyone, allowing the good to come in, and focusing on the good, of what is good, what is right, what is working, then we can enhance that blossoming to occur, both within ourselves and within the world around us. So, anyways, those are the messages I get from our cards today. And thank you so much for watching and taking part with me today, and to all the new subscribers on my channel. I appreciate all of your comments and feedback. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely Wednesday.